this is the idea of you're finally quitting the struggle. I got the visual of somebody's like swimming against the current and they're going nowhere, and they just think they have to keep swimming, keep swimming, keep swimming, and then they finally just let the current take them, and like they surrender their fear, and then they realize that they're not actually going back. Like the current is actually taking them where they're meant to be. Hi Cancers, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. I'm Andrea Elizabeth, and whenever this tarot reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have you noticed it's Mercury retrograde while I record this? Quick messages that came up while I was clearing your cards. Very strong sense of leadership and empowerment, but a very friendly reminder, because you are a water sign, that you take time to rest. And while you are resting and while you are reflecting, taking also the time to ask yourself, where are you going and why? Because you are in a very strong, powerful position right now when it comes to the direction of your life. And the universe just wants to make sure that you are prioritizing your emotional well-being, your emotional fulfillment, filling your cup first, okay? Your cup has to be full. If you're going to be in a place of empowerment and a leader, your cup has to be full. And so how can you find ways to make sure that you fill your own cup and don't think that you have to take your cup to fill other people's cups? So, yeah, very interesting thing to ponder. But that's what I think is so important, is this gentle powerness, this like idea of your shadow not taking the lead and you being in a place of leadership. It's this wonderful sun energy, the gratitude, the joy, the confidence. And I do think like that's the biggest thing for water signs, is like we tend to over give, and like our water becomes a flood. And so that working on boundaries, so important, not allowing other people's vibration to affect our water, because the water is neutral and it absorbs any energy it's around. So when you are taking time to rest, I got, a very strong sense of burnout. So if you are feeling burned out, well, what energy are you around when you're feeling burned out? That's also a very important thing to ponder, because yes, these boundaries, the tarot is saying, hey, Cancer, you have to make sure that you know what energy is yours and what energy you are allowing yourself to be surrounded with. All right. People might take advantage of that emotional nurturing and see it as vulnerability. And you have to remain that Queen of Swords. Okay, I'm getting something off balance here, and allowing your past experiences to help really influence your decision making, because I'm getting this sense of like repeat patterns, like something like it's different things but the same result. And you knowing how to have stronger boundaries when it comes to that. It can be pulling on your heartstrings, because Five of Swords is ruled by Venus in Aquarius, and so there's this really rethinking the ways in which you have boundaries, because I do think energetically it is affecting you and creating some sort of burnout. But all those messages are easily attained by connecting to the High Priestess within you, okay? So let's see what we got going on for Cancers. Again, Cancers, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that like button, comment if you have a question or if it resonates in a certain way, and subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. Very cool. Yeah, so focusing on that empowerment, focusing on getting the recognition you deserve. And also, this is a big message of teamwork. So even though Jupiter and Leo expansion, when it comes to your ego, that expansion is coming from the collective, because we water signs, like we do know, like we really nurture that idea of all of us have all of us deserve to shine. And that is something, when you are in a leadership role, that you want everybody to shine. You want everybody to get the recognition they deserve, because you know that there's no limit to that expansion. Very, very cool. Okay, so big energy this week for you, Cancers. Last week's energy coming into this week is the King of Cups. Your dreams have really strong messages as of late. So do pay attention to your dreams. Write down any very vivid colors, situations, people, messages, like actual words being said in your dreams, because there is a very important message from that high priestess within you that is pretty powerful. And the reason that I'm having trouble with my words right now is because I had one of those dreams this morning. And of course, I forgot to write all of it down. A lot of it is sticking out to me though. And so the core parts of it that I need to investigate is what I will be doing. This is ruled by Libra and Scorpio. A lot of people have been getting Scorpio energy. So we'll get to that later when we clarify this. But this is also very strong father energy. It's healed father energy. It's the light shadow of like reliable, nurturing energy. And so this could be a person in your life, a very strong father figure who has that emotional security and confidence. And it's really allowing us the time to take for ourselves the Hermit, the journeys within. Like I said, that Four of Swords, there's this idea of like this week, really giving yourself the time to analyze your life in an emotionally nurturing way. Okay? This is ruled by Virgo. And so like I said, I want you to be grounded. I want you to know that your inner light comes from within. It doesn't come from anybody else. And that you have to take time in silence, okay? Even just having time where you don't have any distractions, not even music, just silence with your eyes closed, and see what thoughts come to you. Like I said, that high priestess, there's some messages that are popping up pretty quick, and you're going to see synchronicities related to that, but it's just really powerful. Okay, like I'm lost for words because this is a very strong message. Also interesting, this Hermit, okay, so this person, this like father energy, I'm getting the Hermit too, like the Virgo energy. It could be a Virgo in your life who's like partner energy that is like really allowing you to take time for yourself. Like, I don't know, we're going to have to clarify that. But next week, the World. Okay, so what did I say about synchronicities? This is ruled by Saturn. This is liberation. It's karmic completion. It's taking that mask off. So for you Cancers, like I said, your message since July 2023 has been about stepping into your power, feeling your power, and feeling it from a Cancerian nurturing place. And there's going to be a lot of synchronicities that you're going to start seeing. So taking this time, this silent time to really ask yourself where you're going and why. By next week, it's like everything's opening up for you. Okay? Feel your place in the universe, feel your confidence, feel your power, and see what you can do with it. So let's clarify that King of Cups. All right, the seahorses are really popping out at me right now. All right, King of Cups. If you can see too what symbolism seahorses have, I'm sure there's a message in there for you. King of Cups. Why is the King of Cups here for Cancers? Energy from last week coming into this week. Oh, interesting that it fell on that. So this karmic completion, it has to do with people in your life. Five of Cups. So really, in all honesty, this can be you, Cancers, okay? With this, like you're finally nurturing yourself. You're finally giving yourself that empowerment of making sure you do prioritize your emotional well-being, because that karmic completion is the Five of Cups. It's this idea of feeling vulnerable, left out in the cold, not knowing how to assert ourselves, and scared, like we lost these cups, and so we're so scared of losing these cups. But look at the confidence that comes from this, okay? It could also be that you're learning this lesson from somebody in your life who does confidently have their cup full, and it's illuminating some sort of Saturn block, fear, or limitation in you and allowing you to move forward. Okay. The Hermit. Why is the Hermit? Oh, how cool. Okay. The Hermit is clarified by the Page of Wands. Now, the pages indicate children. I always associate the pages as your inner child. This is exploring ways to fuel your inner flame. And so there is something to do in solitude. There is something separate from your work, separate from your family, something that you do by yourself that fuels that inner flame, okay? And remember, we don't have to monetize everything. Like, so even if it's doodling, just like quiet time where you are just, like I said, no distractions, no TV, no music, just you and this thing. If it's writing, painting, there's something here to you focusing that inner flame and dedicating it to that, like channeling fully focused on it. And it has to do with this karmic completion. All right, let's clarify the world quick. Why is the world here for Cancers? But yeah, this is a time to unplug, time to focus on you. Oh, perfect. This is interesting too, because I don't know who got it. It might have been Taurus, but they got death clarified by the Ten of Swords reversed. You got the world clarified by the Ten of Swords. And so there's a lot to do with that Saturn and Pluto energy. So whenever you're seeing this, check if there's any strong transits related to connections with Pluto and Saturn. And then also see what signs rule Pluto and Saturn in your chart and what houses. Because remember, like, there's something to the house that it rules and any block spheres, limitations. And with Pluto, the transformation that Pluto and Aquarius is bringing. But this is surrendering, and this is ruled by Gemini, Sun in Gemini. This is the idea of you're finally quitting the struggle. I got the visual of somebody's like swimming against the current and they're going nowhere, and they just think they have to keep swimming, and then they finally just let the current take them, and like they surrender their fear, and then they realize that they're not actually going back. Like the current is actually taking them where they're meant to be, but they just were so determined to keep swimming in this direction that keeps trying to let them just surrender and flow. All right, so visualize that. Visualize your water, like flow with the water. All right, it's your superpower. So cool. Okay, now let us get, and that's the message probably for you too, because there's this idea too with water signs and the power of patience. That was a very strong message when it comes to our blocks, our fears, our limitations, is to flow. Like we're meant to flow. We're not meant to be stagnant either. All right, our water is meant to continually flow, and sometimes it needs to stand still and find its inner peace with that Virgo energy. But we don't have to swim against the current. All right, let's see what we got. Perfect. What is my mission in life? I think this is really connected to this Five of Cups energy. Something that you feel like really vulnerable about. And how often do I give myself permission to enjoy life, and how do I feel then? That's very strongly connected to this World card, okay? All right, so let's see what archetypal energy is affecting Cancer this week. Cancer, this can be you or somebody in your life. We all play characters in each other's lives. The most important part is for you to be the hero of your own journey. So we got Mother and we got Visionary. All right, so Mother. Light attributes: nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. Shadow attributes: smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Visionary. Light attributes: capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Shadow attributes: selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. All right, and so either the light or the shadow on these, someone or you, it's going to be really activated, okay? All right, so we are going to get a clarifier, and then we're going to close this out. Again, thank you so much for joining me, Cancers. Please don't forget to hit that like button, comment if it resonates in a certain way, share with somebody who you think needs to hear this message. And let's see, well, that was easy. What clarifier? And look what's at the bottom. Look at that inner child, just so excited and happy. Okay. So this liberation, this surrendering, it's going to come with a choice. All right. This is ruled by Moon in Libra. So it's this idea of making sure you keep things in perspective, compromise when you can, but so notice how she's wearing a blindfold. That idea of justice is blind. Whatever this decision is that needs to be made, it has to come from within. So remember that this week is preparing you for a decision to be made, and it has to come from this karmic completion when it comes to you and your empowerment and how you lead. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Cancers. As always, shine your inner light. You've got this.